At the twilight's lights gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You're listening to McGregor Bulldog Varsity Athletics on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Chris Coakley live tonight from McGregor High School in McGregor, Texas, as the Lady Bulldogs welcome in the Trojanettes of Troy High School. Glad to get this one underway tonight. Beautiful night here in Central Texas, about 71 degrees, barely any wind. Last time we were here at home, it was felt like I was in the jet stream, folks. Actually, about 30-mile-an-hour winds here at Lady Bulldog Stadium. Coming in tonight, the Lady Trojanettes of Troy High School. Actually, right now, they're in first place in District 17 standings, coming in at 14-13, 4-2 overall in district action. The Lady Bulldogs follow in at 14-8, 3-1. The Lady Trojans of West High School, 20-6, 3-1, also in district play, followed by the Whitney Lady Wildcats at 9-14, 1-3, and the Lady Clubs of Clifton High School, 4-12, 1-5 in district play. Action tonight in District 17, the Lady Trojans of West are over at Whitney. Of course, the Lady Trojanettes, are here at McGregor, and Clifton has a bye tonight. Looking at the starting lineups, we'll go over that in just a second. Got just a bit of a late jump tonight on getting the broadcast going.
Trojans, left fielder number 23, Austin Minch.
So Austin Minch will lead it off for the Trojanettes. The left fielder already has, I believe, committed to play at the next level. She'll wear number 23 and hit out of the right side. Defensively, Smith, Zach, and Ocampo in the outfield, left to right for the Lady Bulldogs. Becknold, Seward, Gerhardt, Salas. Around the infield, your battery tonight, Corinne Sheffield and Kaylee Layton. So Munch will step in. First offering, beautiful night. Boys are playing on the adjacent diamond. So Kaylee will look at her wristband. She'll look in at, Corinne will look at her wristband. She'll rock and fire out of the circle. Fastball up high for ball one. Outfield straight away on the lines, down the corner. Big gaps in center field. Allison Zach has a lot of area to cover in those gaps. Good crowd tonight. Teacher Appreciation Night here at McGregor High School. So second offering, rise ball just up and out of the zone, 2-0. These two teams will meet again on Friday night down in Troy. Winner of this game tonight has a big leg up in district action, trying to stay pace with West as well. Third pitch, 3-0 your count. Corinne got the win. I believe she's 10-2 on the season. Got the win last Thursday night up at Clifton as we traveled up there to watch the Lady Bulldogs take on the Lady Cubs, and started out as a slow game. Turned into Lady Bulldogs able to turn it up there in the second half of that contest. Ball four, so a 4-pitch walk. Get your leadoff batter aboard. That'll bring up Haley Johnson, the second baseman.
Number 9, Haley Johnson.
Umpires tonight, the crew tonight, as assigned by UIL, Tracy O'Connell and Wayne Parker. Umpires looking down at the dugout, visitors' dugout. I believe someone was standing on the edge, and they want them inside to try to prevent any accidents from happening. So Johnson will step in, looking at her first offering tonight. Strike as she hits the outside corner. So she gets out. Corinne gets out ahead. 0-1. So Claire way in front of the bag at third. Isabella a few steps in as well. Pinching the corners. Puts the bunt down. Foul. Nice job by Kaylee getting a hand on it. So 0-2 is the count. So Corinne fights back after a 4-pitch leadoff walk to Austin Munch. Do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Tri-casting tonight. Our Mixler audio broadcast is going out as well as our YouTube station. And we're sending the broadcast tonight to the McGregor huddle page. Hopefully that'll work out. Just a bit high on that pitch. 2-1, or 1-2, excuse me. Looked like a pretty good pitch as Corinne threw the changeup. So in at the corners once again, middle deep, regular depth up the middle. Popped up first base side. Second baseman Gerhardt makes the play in foul territory, 1 out. Nice job. She went a long way to make that play.
Center fielder number 1, Riley Amato.
So Riley Amato will hit in the third hole tonight. Runner at first held up. Amato, the center fielder. So 1 out here in the inning, top half of the first. So Corinne's inside the circle. She gets the sign. Throws behind the runner, back in time. So first offering, a strike on the outside corner. Boys just getting underway. They're playing the national anthem over there. Taking on Troy as well. Probably the best team in the district on the varsity baseball level. They have a commanding lead in district play. I think it's a 3-game lead over Clifton. Pops it up on the infield once again. Kaylee Lighton will make the play for the second out. So 2 pop-ups in the inning after the leadoff walk.
Shortstop, number 10, Laney Setzer.
So the cleanup hitter, number 10, Lady Setzer. Laney will play shortstop. She wears number 10, as mentioned, hits from the right side, way up in the box. So Lady Dogs looking to get out of the inning after giving up the leadoff walk. Runner goes, throw down to second. Nobody there as it goes into center field. So give the stolen base to Austin Mensch.
Hey, nice throw.
Last Thursday night, Kaylee was able to throw out 2 of 2 base runners against the Lady Cubs. So now you have a runner in scoring position. A strike was called on the pitch.
Here we go.
So Claire now even with the bag at third. Isabella the same at first. Rise ball stays out of the zone. 1-1. We'll try to keep an eye on that boys varsity game as well. Boys also travel down to Troy on Friday, so haven't decided whether we'll make the trip down there if I can get the time off from work. So 1-1 count, 2 outs here, top half of the first. Ground ball, third base side, shortstop. She'll throw it across, off the glove, so she beats it out for an infield single. So Briley Seward, long throw.
Now batting, first baseman, number 12, Ava Bosco.
So Ava Bosco, the first baseman. Ava wears number 12. I don't think they've had a softball in the lineup yet for the Trojanettes of Troy High School. So runners at the corners with 2 outs, top half of the first. First offering a strike on the outside corner. So Briley had her feet set. It was back deep in the 5.5 hole. Just short hopped Isabella just a bit at first base. Foul pulled down the third base line. She sat back on that changeup and pulled it. So we lost one of our cameras down on the third baseline. 3-camera operation. 0-2 count. Outside pitch. Thought it was hit the corner just a bit outside. 1-2. So Bosco down in the hole, behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Corinne once again takes the sign, looks at her wristband. She'll rock and fire from the circle. Foul ball, first base side, into the dugout. So Bosco stays alive with slapping the ball down the first base line. Upcoming broadcast, we'll go over that as well. Have one broadcast scheduled for next Tuesday night as the Lady Wildcats of Whitney High School come to visit the Lady Bulldogs. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it straight back into the screen. Just got enough of it to stay alive. Well, now we lost 2 of our cameras. So once again, 1-2 pitch. Sheffield rocks and fires. How to play. Good at bat here. So this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. So first base camera just came back, thankfully. So once again, Corinne trying to get the strikeout here. Head in the count, 1-2. Rise ball, she didn't bite. Evens it up at 2 apiece. Long look in from the circle. Off-speed pitch, goes down to second base, will give her indifference on the ball. So 2 runners in scoring position, full count now. She would have been running on this pitch anyway. So Corinne trying to get the punch out here to end this threat. Lofted into shallow left field. Riley Seward there to make the final out of the inning. So 2 left. 1 hit will go to the bottom half of the first. Your score 0-0. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
What if you could go behind the scenes with athletes and coaches? Join Ken Carpenter, a veteran high school baseball coach, weekly as he examines success, failures, and life lessons in sports. Each episode provides valuable insight and understanding of playing or coaching team sports. Check out and follow his Athlete One podcast at athleteone.net. Great insight for coaches, parents, and student athletes.
Hi, I'm former Major League Baseball All-Star Al Oliver. When I played, I tried to make it a simple game, like see the ball, hit the ball. But trust me, sports are not that simple. Try to remember that when you watch an interscholastic athletics contest where everyone is trying their best in a game they all love, so please be courteous and set an example that reflects positively on your school and community. Let's remember to respect the game.
So top half, or bottom half, excuse me, of the first inning. Starting lineup, Jalen Gebhardt, Clara Bucknold, Brayley Stewart, and Corinne Sheffield
Lady Bulldogs
will be taking their swings here.
Gerhardt.
So Madeline Welch and Peyton McGarry, the battery for the Trojanettes. Defensively, Bennett, Setzer, Johnson, and Bosco around the infield. Left field, Munch, Amato in center, Epperson over and right. So first offering, rise ball, ball one. Slapped at third base side. Nice play by the third baseman. Throws it over 5-3 on the putout. Slapped it down there hard. She made a nice play at third. Stood her ground. 5-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Clara Bucknold.
Third baseman, number 3, Clara Bucknold.
So Bucknold, the third baseman, wears number 3. She'll hit from the right side. I forgot my stat sheet once again that Coach G had given me, so I need to make sure I stay on top of that. So corners are in, first and third. Off-speed pitch for a strike. A 1 pitch, down low, 1-1, evens it up. Briley Seward on deck. Second base side. 4-3 on the putout. 2 up, 2 down. So nice play by Johnson there, staying down on the ball. So Briley Seward hit a big shot last Thursday night
Number 13,
up at Clifton. Hit a 2-run shot, as well as Isabella Salas in that 8-5 win over the Lady Cubs. So out of the 3-hole, slaps it down third. Third baseman once again flips it across in time. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the top half of the second. No score. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. So we'll have 6, 7, 8 coming up here in the top half of the second for the Trojanettes of Troy High School. Number 16, Laney Bennett will lead it off.
The top of the second. DP number 16, Ava Quintero.
Ava Quintero. Actually, I got Laney Bennett. And I've got something out of order. So Quintero must have pushed them around here a little bit, folks. So starts it off with a ball. It is Quintero. I said Laney Bennett. I apologize for that. 1-0's your count. Slaps the ball into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. She does a good job of hitting backside.
Now batting third base, number 20, Laney Bennett.
So now Laney Bennett comes up. So Bennett hits from the right side as well, wearing number 20. She is the third baseman, pops it up. Right field, making the play is Blake Ocampo. So first action tonight for Blake in right field. So one out.
Now batting right field, number 21, Mackenzie Epperson.
So Mackenzie Epperson, as you heard the PA announcer say, wears number 21. She'll rock and fire. Pops a bunt foul, third base side. No one can get to it, so one strike. She'll square to bunt here, showing to try to sacrifice the runner over. See if she pulls it back. They're set up outside. Runner goes, throw down to second. In time, caught easily. Kaylee Lighton to Briley Stewart. So Quintero punched out on the stolen base. 2-6 on the putout. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch was a ball on the outside. So that's 1-1 is your count. Puts the bunt down. Nice bunt down the first base line. Flips in time. She beats it out. Infield single. So bunt single there. She put it right down in a hard spot. Corinne came up and made a nice play, but the speed, athleticism of Mackenzie Epperson was able to beat it out there. So Peyton McGarry, the catcher, not one softball hitter in this lineup for Troy. So 2 outs in the inning, runner at first. Foul first base side into the dugout. Really nice night out tonight. About 68 to 70 degrees. No breeze to speak of. Compared to last week, it really feels nice. 0-1. Little squibber up the middle. Gerhardt flips to second in time to get the third out. So 4-6 on the force out. We'll go to bottom of 2. Still knotted at 0. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Upcoming broadcast, CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. start, right back here at McGregor. As the Lady Wildcats of Whitney High School will come in and take on the Lady Dogs. Then on the 24th, we have a 10-day break. Nothing at home. Both the boys and girls are on the road. The Austin Waves will come in and take on the McGregor Bulldogs in varsity baseball. That's actually a 6:30 start, 6:30 on the 24th, as the Bulldogs welcome in the Waves of Austin. So Corinne Sheffield will lead it off here, top half of the second. Lady Dogs went in order, 1, 2, 3. in the top half of the first. So Sheffield predominantly hits the ball backside with good power. Little delay as they let the catcher do an equipment adjustment. Foul off the end of the bat down the first baseline. Boy, internet is not cooperating tonight whatsoever, folks. The 3 cameras out, only 1 working. So we'll have to stay to this one main angle here for you. That ball stays away. So Corinne with a good eye evens it up at 1 apiece. As mentioned, the Lady Dogs come into this contest at 4-8, 3-1 in district play. Ground ball, third base, to Hopper. She'll flip it across in time. So Lady Dogs still waiting to get their
now
first
batting right fielder number 14,
hit.
Blake Ocampo.
So Ocampo will step in. Had a nice put out in the top half of the second inning here. Corners in once again. That ball stays up and away. Blake lays off. On deck is Allison Zock, the center fielder. Down in the dirt, nice stop by McGregor. Scooped that up with one hand in the right hitter's batter's box. Did a good job. Troy in their home road grays, trimmed in maroon and white. That ball's down low, 3-0. Of course, the Lady Bulldogs in their home whites, pinstripes, trimmed in black and gold. Taps it foul. So 3-1 is your count. So Allison looking down at Coach Z. She flashes the 3 signals indicating what she likes her batter to do. 3-1. Slaps it foul, third base side now. So full count. So Madeline Welch doing a fine job on the hill so far, keeping the Lady Bulldogs hitless. Pops it up to left field. Right at the left fielder, Gath has a beat on it. So 2 up, 2 down once again. On the line drive flyout.
Now batting center field.
Austin mentioned left field.
Allison Zock.
So Allison Zock will be the 6th batter of the evening for the McGregor Lady Bulldogs. So far in the contest I've done, she predominantly likes to hit backside. 2 of her singles down the right field line. Outside corner, strike 1. Takes her time, gets back way up in the box. Pulls it down the line, third base side. That's going to be extra bases as it gets to the fence. She'll head into second with a stand-up 2-out double. Just gripped inside the baseline, the foul line down third base. Nice job of getting it into the corner and hustling around.
Now batting DP 00, Layla Goff.
So Layla Goff will step in, hitting from the left side. Layla the DP tonight. Good power, man. She banged one off the wall in center field up at Clifton on Thursday. She would have pulled it about 15 feet to the right. It would have got out of there. Ground ball first base side, right on the bag, unassisted. So the threat ends with leaving 1 on the bases. We'll head to the top of third, still knotted at 0. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Okay, that's all for today. I'm a teacher, and I've got a big job. I shape the mind of every student who walks through my classroom doors. But my department isn't the biggest in school. You know what is? Athletics. And it's the athletic administrator who makes it all happen. So while you're thanking me for all that I do, thank them too. They deserve it.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Sorry, folks, trying to reposition some of the cameras to come back and see if I was successful or not in getting them up and running. Internet too slow tonight.
Lady Trojans, left fielder number 23, Austin Minch.
So Austin Minch will lead it off here in the top half of the third. She drew a leadoff walk, her first at bat. Way up in the box as well, trying to catch that off-speed pitch. Shortstop, Seward, over to Salas. One pitch, one out. Nice play by Briley at the shortstop position.
Now batting.
Deep in the hole. 6-3 put out.
Haley Johnson.
So Haley Johnson popped up in foul territory to Jalen Gerhardt, her first time up. Appreciate you tuning in, both watching the game on our YouTube channel as well as listening to it on ground ball third base side. Beckel, one hop, throws it over. Nice play. So two pitches, two outs. You got to like that.
Now batting, center fielder number 1, Riley Amato.
Amato flew out her first time up. I believe it was a Briley Seward at shortstop. So let's see if Corinne Sheffield can pull off a 3-pitch inning. Off-speed pitch, drops it in there beautifully. Just took enough off of it. Amato unable to time it or pull the trigger, I should say. Oh, 1 pitch. Foul down the third base line. So heading the count, 0-2. Corinne at 35 pitches on the evening. Well, some of the cams are starting to come back up. Let's hope they do. I apologize for that. The other night we had no trouble whatsoever. Off speed just outside. That was a nice looking pitch. 1-2. As Corinne tried to get her to chase on the outside edge. Swing and a miss, took enough off of it to get the strikeout. First strikeout of the evening for Corinne Sheffield. We'll go to bottom of 3, still 0-0 here on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Isabella Salas will lead it off here in the bottom of the third inning. So Isabella, as mentioned, she had a heck of a 2-run shot to center fielder where center fielder did not even move Thursday night. She just stood there. Dakaya Light just did not even move. So Isabella Dribbles it down, foul ball off for Shin. First base umpire catches it quickly. So down in the count, 0-1. Have to refresh there. Sorry, folks, as Isabella tries to walk it off here. So down in the count, 0-1. Isabella climbs back in. Off speed, stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abigail Smith on deck. As we're in the bottom half of the third and haven't made it through the Lady Bulldogs lineup yet. Off speed, stays up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. JV Lady Bulldogs victorious tonight. I believe it was 11-1 in a shortened time-restricted game. Ground ball first base this time, able to field it. So the first baseman stays with it.
Now batting
for the first out.
Number 12,
Ava Bosco.
Abigail Smith.
Abigail in left field tonight, hitting in the 9-hole. Likes to spray the ball all over the field. First offering, ball outside, so good eye with 1 out here. 0-0 your score. Good ball game tonight. I'm not going to jinx myself and say we're moving right along. Up the middle, base hit, first base knock of the night for the Lady Bulldogs. Shortstop Laney sets or tried a nice effort to close on that up the middle, but unable. Excuse me, second hit of the night. As Allison Zock hits that double. So we're going to go to the top, back to the top of the order. Jalen Gerhardt will step in for the Lady Bulldogs as they pinch the corners on the infield. First offering to Jalen, a ball outside. Outfield, medium, shallow. Straight up, left field, close to the line. Big gap in left center field. Bunt offer, misses for strike 1. Jalen likes to slap at the ball. Good slap hitter. Once again, our first base camera froze up. Ball inside. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Third baseman Clara Becknold on deck for the black and gold. So Abigail with good speed at first. Puts the bunt down or tries to, fouls it off straight back to the screen. So that'll even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Miss Welch looks into the dugout, gets the signal, looks at the wristband. She'll toe the rubber here. Inside the circle, she'll rock and fire. Down low. Runner down to second. She'll make it down on the pass ball. Ball on the count. Actually, I'm going to give her a stolen base. So Abigail goes down to second. She's 120 feet away from home to give the Lady Bulldogs their first lead of the evening with foul. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Tried to slap it down to third. Jalen with good speed coming out of that left-sided box. Right back up the middle. That's going to be a single into center field. Abigail Smith will make the hold at third. Ball gets away. Has coming to home. She comes back. Jalen Gerhardt, we got 2 runners. One of them's going to be out. So she's home. Wow. I was watching the action, folks, instead of calling it. So this is what we had. Jalen came around second thinking that Abigail was going to get into home easy. They both went to third. The ball came to third. The third baseman chased the runner back down to second. Abigail was able to come home. Jalen back up and down at third now. Coach Summerfield out talking to the base runner. So we get a ball in. That is a single up the middle. And gets home. Gerhardt gets clear to third on the throw. So that'll plate the first run of the inning, or the contest, for the Lady Bulldogs. Still only one out in the inning. So umpires are conferring here. Due up is going to be Clara Becknold with an RBI opportunity. So Coach Summerfield still making his case at third base. What he's saying is there was two players on the bag at once, I believe. Somebody has to be out. Jalen got up before the bag was touched or a tag could be applied. So I believe the runner is still able to either advance or go back. If she would have made the play on the bag with her foot planted, there should have been one out because two players cannot occupy the same base. So Coach Summerfield pleading this case once again to the the base umpire. So as we're going through this, we'll once again, upcoming broadcasts here, CBUS Sports Broadcasting, next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Whitney will come in as the Lady Wildcats will take on the Lady Dogs here on their home field. Then on the 24th, a 6:30 start, Austin Waves come in to take on the varsity boys baseball team. So Clara will step in after the discussion on the diamond.
Now batting third base, number 3, Clara Becknold.
So Clara will step in, grounded out her first time up. Jalen 60 feet away, down at third base. So Clara trying to give them another run here in the bottom half of the third. Always nice to put some crooked numbers on the scoreboard. Long look at her wristband, and Miss Welch will step on the rubber and bring it in. Ground ball shortstop, off of her leg. She kicks it around. Going to be an E6, but we'll get the run home. Air on the shortstop. Couldn't handle the hard hit ball.
Shortstop, number 13, Briley Stewart.
So Briley Stewart, the shortstop, will step in now. Briley grounded out to the third base person, her first time up. 0 for 1 on the evening as the Lady Bulldogs now lead 2-0. Off-speed pitch outside, throw behind the runner. Clara back easily. So ball one on the first offering. Thanks for tuning in to our Mixler broadcast tonight. Audio side, feel free to jump over to our YouTube station. Out on YouTube, CBUS Sports Radio. Streaming the game live over there. Ground ball shortstop. No play at second, so they get her at first. So ground out 6-3. Runner does advance. Nice strong arm by the shortstop. So Corinne will step in, the cleanup hitter, doing the pitching duties tonight. She also grounded out to Lainey Stetzer, her first time up. Lainey's got a cannon at shortstop. Off-speed pitch, just a bit outside. Corinne with good power backside. This would be a great opportunity to hit one down the line here. Down low. 2-0 is your count. So Corinne being very patient at the plate tonight. Foul ball off for Shin. Boy, that has to hurt. So that takes it back to a 2-1 count. This home plate umpire will give her a chance to test that ankle. Up on the plate, right in the middle of the box, crowds the plate just a little bit. Probably why she has good habits of going backside. There it is. Once again, that's going to get down for a base hit. And right field, Becknell will come home easily for the third Lady Bulldog run of the inning. So an RBI single for Corinna Sheffield. On call, she did exactly what I thought she might do.
Fielder number 14, Blake Ocampo.
So Ocampo will step up. She'll come to the plate now. 0-1 on the contest. So courtesy runner for the pitcher, Corinne, after getting the RBI.
Pitcher number 2, Andy Davis.
So Andy Davis will come in and take care of the running duties. At first base with 2 outs in the inning. So Blake will step in. As mentioned, she flew out her first time up. To the left fielder. Hit the ball hard. Just hit it right at her. Sorry, folks. I've got too many graphics going. Right down the line in a hot shot. Third baseman, heck of a play. Lainey Bennett stood her ground down there as Blake Ocampo hit a scorcher. But the Lady Bulldogs able to get 3 across here in the bottom half of the third and take a 3-0 lead on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Going into the 4th inning, courtesy of the Marching 110 out of Athens, Ohio. One of the best marching bands
number 10,
in the United States. They label themselves the most exciting band in the land. So starting off the top of the 4th. Let me catch up the score here, folks, real quick. Lainey Setzer, this shortstop, having a heck of a ball game. Did have that error in that inning that allowed the inning to continue. Lady Bulldogs on top now, 3-0, top half of 4. Lifted into left field, going to get down for a base hit. Abigail could not come up in time to get leather on it. So leadoff single for the shortstop. Medium line drive.
First base, number 12, Ava Bosco.
So Ava Bosco flew out to the shortstop her first time up in the 5.5 hole. There's that extra bandage on her lead thigh here. Hitting from the crouch. Rise ball, throw behind. Once again, Kaylee is not afraid. She trusts her arm very well. Last 2 contests, thrown out 75% of the runners going against her. That's pretty impressive. Ball lifted to deep left field over Abigail Smith's head. 2-hopper into the fence. It gets down, ball comes in, gonna make a play at the plate. She falls down, and they tag her out at third. Unfortunately for Lainey Setzer, she came around the bag, lost her footing. Nice job in the left field by Abigail Smith getting back to the ball that was hit over her head. Good relay as Seward gets it into Kylie Lighton.
Number 16,
Gets the
Ava
out down
Quintero.
at third. So Ava Quintero steps in. She got a base hitter last time up. Hits it right to the second baseman. Gerhardt throws it across over to third. Bang, bang, double play, and they get her to end the inning. What a play by the Lady Bulldogs. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, cracking some leather. Here the Lady Bulldogs are tonight. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. So Allison Zock will lead it off here for the Lady Bulldogs. 6, 7, 8, and 9 for the Lady Dogs.
Center fielder, number 15, Allison Zock.
Allison banged a double down the left field line her first time up. Stayed just inside the bag as it got into the corner. She hustled into second base with a nice double. Boy, good defensive play, the top half of the inning for the Lady Bulldogs. Defense wins championships, folks. There's no doubt about that. So Allison will step in. First pitch outside for ball one. So heading the count 1-0. Line drive right field. That ball gets down. 2 for 2 on the night. She goes backside. She scorches that ball over the second baseman's head.
Now batting DP 00, Layla. Gone.
So Layla will step in. Rounds out her first time up. Big gap in right center field. That's where she likes to hit the ball. Foul tip as it off the end of the bat. Partial swing, so she'll be down in the count. 0-1. Starting to cool off just a bit as the sun goes down. I'll have to break out the pullover here in just a second. So Layla steps back in, 0-1 the count. Fist it. So down 0-2 on 2 foul balls now. Boy, good pick-me-up for the Lady Bulldogs. Corinne Sheffield has to appreciate the defense that the Lady Dogs pulled off in the top half of this inning. Outside, just stays off the black. Did he call that a strike? He must have. Sorry about that. I was going to say, pretty good pitch. Right at the second baseman. Flips it over to short, not in time. Nice job by the second baseman. Haley Johnson staying with that one because Layla hit it hard. So she reaches on the fielder's choice.
Number 24, Isabella Salas.
So Isabella Isabella Salas will step in once again. Off speed, throws the changeup, stays outside. She grounded out her first time up to the first baseman, unassisted. Long look down at third base, steps back in. Right back up the middle. She hit that one hard. Lady Bulldogs starting to put the sticks together here.
Now batting, left fielder number 12, Abigail Smith.
So Abigail started this off last inning. Mentioned Isabella led it off with the ground out. Abigail got it going with a single up the middle. So 2 runners aboard, 1 out here. Off speed, right down the middle for a strike. Abigail not liking the pitch. Laid off of it. Good looking pitch. Not what she had in mind for that swing or that offering. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abby steps back in after looking down at Coach G. Squares the bunt, makes the offer. So that's a strike. So Abigail down now 1-2. As she was trying to sacrifice, maybe even bunt hit or hit for a bunt hit for a single there. Excuse me. Pops it up. Double play as Layla thought there was 2 outs in the inning. So Trojanettes able to pull off a double play of their own. And we'll go to the top half of the 5th. Lady Dogs still up 3-0. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. As you're checking out the standings there, we're going to the top half of the 5th inning. Lady Bulldogs up 3-0 on the Trojanettes. Lainey Bennett, the third baseman, stepping in. Flew out to Blake Ocampo, her first time up in right field. Made a couple nice plays down at third base tonight. Handled a shot off of Blake Ocampo's bat there to end the inning. 2 innings ago, bottom of 3. So Laney will step in, takes the first offering from Corinne, and she'll fist it into left field for a base hit. Abigail over there quickly. She'll toss it in. So leadoff single for Laney Bennett.
Now Bennett. Now batting, right fielder number 21, Mackenzie Epperson.
Mackenzie Epperson, a bunt single her first time up. That's a Trojanettes trying to claw back, trailing by 3 here. Corinne rocks and fires from the circle. Puts the bunt down. Play it first. Underhand toss. Gerhardt behind the runner. Nice quick play by Isabella Salas. So nice job by Gerhardt to get it over to Isabella. The sacrifice is complete.
Now batting catcher number 5, Peyton McGarry.
Jalen came up quickly. Was able to get the out. So 1 out in the inning. Peyton McGarry 0 for 1. She grounded out to Jalen her first time up at second base. Trojanettes do have a runner in scoring position. Just a bit up in the zone. Ball 1. So Corinne, once again, she'll bring it to the plate. 2-0. Bennett down at second base. 120 feet away as the Trojanettes, at Troy High School, trying to get on the board tonight. Stays up on a rise ball, so 3-0. Back to the top of the order, and Austin Mensch. Let's see if she has the take here. Clara in close at third.
Now batting.
Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Number 23, Austin Mensch.
Austin Mensch will step in. 0 for 1. She walked and grounded out. Hit it over to Briley Seward her last time up. Boy, you'd love to twist one here and get out of the inning. In on the corners, double play depth up the middle. Hard to do in varsity softball. Right back up the middle. Gets past the diving Seward. She's going to wheel it home, then hold her. Good, strong throw from center field. She came up quickly and fired a strike to home. But the Trojanettes are threatening here with nobody out. 7th hit of the contest. Line score 0-7-1. 3 left. Lady Bulldogs 3-6, 0-3. So a well-played game tonight here at McGregor High School. Well, we were going to try to launch tonight's broadcast into the huddle system here at McGregor High School tonight. Unfortunately, did not launch correctly. So Coach White and I will have to get our heads together to figure out how that's going to work. Looking forward to upcoming broadcasts once again. Final regular season game that we'll be covering, the Lady Bulldogs, will be next Tuesday night. Then we have the final regular season boys game. Will be on the 24th, 6:30 start. That's a Friday night.
Now
be a varsity only.
Baseman number 9, Haley Johnson.
So Haley Johnson, the second baseman, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Boy, you'd like to have a slow tapper or pop up here in the infield right now. Get that second out in the inning. Or even 1, 2, 3. That would be a nice double play to turn here to end the threat. So Corinne releases her first offering. Strike right down the middle. Johnson, a couple nice defensive plays as well of her own. Stayed composed on a hard hit ball to get the force at second last inning. Off speed, she lifts it into left field. Long run. That's going to get down. That's going to score at least 2. As the ball will come in, Mensch will have to stop at third. So a 2 RBI double for Haley Johnson, the left center field. Nice stroke on that ball. She got it to the fence.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Riley Amato.
So Riley will step in. Riley Amato gets back into this one. Really never out of it. 3-0. But 1 out in the inning. Lady Dogs need an out here, and she starts her off with a strike. So a fly out and a strikeout here for Riley Amato in this contest, the number 3 hole hitter. Laney Setzer, the shortstop, on deck. Pops it up. That's just what she needed. Claire Beckel makes the play. So 2 outs in the inning. So she got it in on her hands, was able to pop her up. So 2 outs in the inning. All the batters will hold up, of course.
Setzer.
So Setzer 2 for 2, 2 singles. 1 on the infield, 1 to left field. To see if Corinne can get the third out, get out of this inning. Pops her up, foul, first base side. I'm sure they're going to try to keep her away. She's got good power. So Corinne had Kaylee set up on the outside portion of the plate. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got it by her. 0-2. See what the crafty veteran does in the circle here. Ahead in the count. 0-2. Takes a sign from Lighton, setting up on the outside edge. Rise ball. 1-2's your count. As the lights are on here at Lady Bulldog Stadium. 1-2 pitch. Tried to get her to chase up. She did not bite. 2-2. Boys in action. I believe they're in the third inning over there. Ball 3, kept it away from her. She didn't chase. So quality at bat, being down 0-2. Now she ahead in the count 3-2. So Corinne has to come to her here. Outfield, medium deep, straight away. Ball 4.
Nobody hurt. Let's go.
Ava Bosco, 1 for 2.
Now batting, first baseman.
Popped up to the
12,
third baseman. Actually
Ava
popped up to the
Bosco.
shortstop. And she hit a double into left field. So we have a pinch runner. Haley Johnson will be removed. So he changes his mind. Coach Summerfield does. So Bosco with good power has connected fairly well tonight, especially on that double. Fouls it straight back into the screen. Good pitch to start her with. So Corinne trying to get out of here. Bases still juiced of Trojanettes. 2 outs in the inning. They've got 2 runs across here in the top half of the 5th. Rocks and fires. Ball stays up. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was over watching her warm up before the contest as I was setting the cameras up. She has pinpoint control. 1-1. Took it up high. Couldn't find the zone. 2-1 now. Waiting on deck, DP Ava Quintero. So 2-1 pitch here. 2 outs in the inning. Pops it up. So that'll even it up at 2 apiece. Ava, gets back in. Bosco back in, open stance. Corinne gets a little dirt on her hand here. She rocks and fires. Grounder shortstop. Off of her leg. Something you don't see very often. They actually called interference. They actually called interference on the base runner. So we'll see how this is going to end before we clear this out. Umpire said she hesitated in front of her to throw off the shortstop. So that'll be interference. The run will not score. So fielder's choice. So we'll go to the top half. Coach Summerfield unhappy with that call, but we're going to go to the bottom of 5 here. 3-2, CBUS Sports Broadcasting. The McGregor Bulldog Athletic Department would like to express their gratitude for the continued support of all their corporate sponsors. Go Bulldogs! Looks like we're going to have a pitching change as well. On the mound, number 5. Peyton McGregor will be on the mound. Let's see who's behind the plate now. See if I can see her number real quick. I cannot. So Jalen Gerhardt will lead it off here, bottom of 5. Lady Bulldogs just outside, ball 1. 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single for Jalen. Didn't get any other defensive substitutions. Fisted foul, third base side. Has to be a single-digit number behind the plate. See if we can pick that up as they come to the plate. Off speed, nice-looking pitch, but misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-2 your score. Bottom of 5. As the Trojanettes were able to put 2 runs on the board here. 1-1 pitch, fouls it back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes, excuse me. That's what I have. There we go. Scoreboard now corrected. Off-speed pitch down low. Full count. Actually, McGregor is still behind the plate. On the mound is Bailey Crawford. Sorry about that, folks. So Bailey Crawford. Third base side, one hopper. Nice play by Bennett once again. Bang, bang at first base. Plays a real solid third base for Troy High School.
Clara Becknell.
So Clara 0 for 2, grounded out and reached on an error. The error was at the shortstop position. So Clara will step in. Riley Seward on deck. Launches it into left field. That's going to get to the wall. First pitch hit for Clara Bucknold. So one out fire here as the third baseman bangs it down the line in left field.
Now batting, shortstop, number 13, Riley Seward.
So Briley will step in, as mentioned, 0 for 2. Hit the ball to the left side of the infield both times. Where's the bunt, drops it down. Beautiful play. Throws it to first in time for the sacrifice. So Johnson covering. So 1-4 on the putout.
Corinne Sheffield.
So Corinne, let me put Corinne, Andy, it shows, I still have show Andy in there, but of course she is not from the pinch running, the courtesy runner. So Corinne will step in, ground out into the single. She had a single RBI her last time up to right field. A swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, couldn't get it. Straight up all the way around, infield and outfield, medium deep in the outfield. Swing, couldn't get to it. 0-2. Nice looking pitch from Bailey Crawford. So Corinne steps back in, down in the count, 0-2. Crawford brings it. Rise ball, she lets it go. 1-2. Corinne, open stance just a little bit. Right to the second baseman. Slow roller. Mishandles it in time. Regains her composure for the third out of the inning. Way to stay with it, Haley Johnson. 4-3 on the putout, one left, nobody across. Going to the top half of the sixth. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Top of the sixth. DP number 16, Ava Quintero.
Ava Quintero will lead it off for the Trojanettes of Troy High School here in the top half of the sixth. 3-2 is your score. Corinne Sheffield still in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. A single and a ground out, both to the right side. As Jaylee Gerhardt takes a few steps over into the 3.5 hole, trying to guard that side of the infield. First pitch, a strike right down the middle. Corinne Sheffield reared back and let that one fly. Good crowd tonight here. Teacher Appreciation Night. Nice ceremony. Beginning of the contest is the twilight. The sun's starting to go down here in Central Texas. Pops it up, first base side. It's going to drop in foul territory. A lot of foul territory here at Lady Bulldogs Stadium. Not too deep from the plate to the backstop, not like it is over on the boys varsity baseball field. Looks like they're into the top scoreboard, but Bulldogs have 1 run on the board off 5 hits. Nice looking pitch outside, but low. See if I can get a score on that off a game changer. So 1-2's your count. Ground ball, shortstop, Seward picks it up, flips it across, 6-3 on the putout. Both these shortstops having very strong arms.
Third base, number 20, Laney Bennett.
Varsity Bulldogs down 12-1 here in the 4th. Troy, very, very good ball club, leading the district, 8-0 in district play. So Laney Bennett, the third baseman, a single and a flyout. Inside pitch, ball 1. She'll step back in, ahead in the count, 1-0. Fly ball down the right field line and dropped. Blake Ocampo could not get there in time. Good effort, though. Temperature starting to drop into the mid-60s. Right now, McGregor, 65 degrees. Beautiful evening here in April. One hopper, Seward. Up, high throw, Isabella Salas able to keep the foot planted on the bag. She saved her shortstop there. So 2 outs in the inning, back-to-back, 6-3.
Now batting right fielder,
ground outs.
number 21, Mackenzie Epperson.
Epperson 1 for 1 with a camera finally came back at first base. Foul right back into the screen. She just missed that one. 2 outs in the inning as Coach Summerfield wants to have a chat with his right fielder, hitting in the 8 hole. Very well played ball game tonight. Good defense. Only 1 error as I have scored it, not being the official scoring. I'm not sure what they have in the press box. So Mackenzie will step back in after the discussion with her head coach. Trailing in the count, 0-1. Up and in, almost nicks her. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Corinne, once again, she'll look in. She'll take the sign from her battery partner. Pops it up on the infield. Kaylee Layton makes the play. Flips the mask off, makes the play. Nice job defensively once again for the Lady Bulldogs as we'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. Still 3-2 your score. Fantastic game here. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.